What up, y'all? So today the title of the video is Gratitude is the Attitude. Gratitude should be the default attitude. So as a human out here living day to day, entitlement is something that we all are running on. That's the fuel for our cars these days. Is entitlement. We're very entitled beings, which maybe it's just a human thing. Maybe it's not necessarily something that is a flaw. I personally believe it to be somewhat of a flaw, but we're living our lives as if we're gonna be here forever. We living our lives as like our people gonna be here forever. We make mistakes, we do things, and we treat people wrong sometimes. Sometimes we say things, sometimes we do things that we later regret. And we say, well, next time I see him, I'll be different. Well, who's to say that you're going to see him again? You know what I'm saying? We like to live as if death doesn't exist. We like to live as if we're going to live forever. We plan out. Listen, it's good to have a plan. It's good to plan your days. I plan my days personally, to the T. Like I plan my shit out. But at the same time, we have to understand that the people and things in our lives are not promised. So to combat that entitlement, we need to raise up and sort of put on a pedestal the idea of being grateful, the idea of gratitude being the default attitude. Like, I don't know. I need to be loving the people that love me, and I need to be loving the people around me, because I don't know what tomorrow holds. I need to be taking full advantage of my days and my time, and trying to maximize my imprint on this earth in a positive light now, because I don't know if I got tomorrow. I pray I have tomorrow, and I try and plan as if I have tomorrow, but I know it's not promised. And when I start to move in that sort of with that kind of energy and with that sort of mindset, I'm able to sort of eliminate these negative thoughts, these negative states of being, like depression and anxiety and worry and fear and doubt. Because it's sort of the idea even of, this sounds weird, but being grateful that that one day you're gonna die. That sounds crazy. A lot of people, we fear death for the most part, because there's so many unknowns around death that we fear it. But embracing it and being grateful for the idea that you only have so much time on this earth it puts you in a sort of a different frame. It makes you really want to take advantage of your life and take advantage of the time that you're able to spend with the people that you love, and just live, man. Because a lot of us, we're not living, bro. A lot of us are not living. And I say this from a place of experience, and like experience to the fullest extent, because I let fear and doubt and anxiety put me in a fucking box to where I could not. I was just so messed up mentally, becoming so neurotic, even where like my default state was not gratitude. My default state was anxiety and worry and what if, to where I became paralyzed by that state. So I'm speaking from a place of experience when I say, like, we're not living. We're not living our lives. I see it too often, and I'm striving to be better, and I try and put myself in a place where I can sort of speak to people who I know are also in these sort of states, to help them get to a point where they're like, damn, you're right. Like, fuck, I'm wasting my whole life being afraid. And it all comes from that entitlement of being like, I got tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll set it. We'll do this next week. Bro, I don't know. I got to plan my day out and live my day like it's going to be my last one. Now, do I do that every day? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wish that I could be in that place all the time. But the awareness alone is something that permeates through me throughout my day-to-day life. So am I fully conscious and fully aware that, like, damn, you know, I got to really be utilizing everything that I'm given in these moments, because I know these moments aren't going to last forever? No, I don't. But that theme is something that runs throughout my life. And I'm praying that one day, as I continue to grow and evolve and gain experience and gain wisdom, that I can sort of start to move more in congruence with that idea and understanding, and to keep me in that state of gratitude and truly being grateful for my life first and foremostly, and the people in it, and the experiences that I have, and the opportunities that I've been given, and grateful for the things that I've been afforded in this life. You know, the simple things like having shoes, having food, having clothes, having a place to stay when it's cold outside, like these kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people in this world right now that are being put in slavery, that are being blown to pieces, that are being brutalized by war, that are being forced to work in terrible conditions. Listen, I don't like to do the comparative suffering thing, like, or to say that if someone's suffering more than I am, that my suffering is invalid. But what I am saying is that my problems and the problems that I face are mine, and they are valid. But I have to understand, in order for me to kind of take that step back and sort of zoom out and look at life for what it really is, I have to be able to look at these people's lives throughout the world and see, like, what am I complaining for? What am I complaining for? I have so much to be grateful for. I am a blessed individual. I understand how blessed I am. And until we get there, we're going to continue to suffer from all of these real negative states of being. That's going to be something that just continues to permeate through our culture and through the world and listen, I don't know. I can only speak from the perspective of someone who lives in America. I could assume that other people, other places. I see people walking around in Africa. In certain countries in Africa, there's kids walking around with shoes made from tire rubber, and or from plastic bottles, and they're ecstatic to have these shoes made from plastic bottles, something that 99% of us here in America would drink out of and throw in the trash, not even recycle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess the point I'm making is the lens in which we're looking through is so cloudy and foggy that we're not seeing that you're being an entitled little bitch, really. Like, you on some whole shit 9 times out of 10. So once you can remove that entitlement just a little bit, and that goes for me too, and be able to be like, what the you're gonna start moving in congruence with that, and you're gonna start to look at life a little bit differently, and you're gonna start to look at how you treat people differently. And listen, even this week I've done shit and have said things and acted a certain way that I regretted, because I knew, like, towards certain people, and I knew there's a possibility that I may never see that person again. There's a possibility, especially if I see someone once or twice a week. Like anything can happen in 7 days or 6 days or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I have to. And once I start to think about it, it kind of eats at me, and it makes me want to go and reconcile, or apologize and be like, "Damn, I'm sorry," or embrace that person or whatever it may be. But understand, we're living real entitled out here. We're living real entitled. We're looking at it from a very small lens. Listen, I know you got issues. I got issues. We all got problems. We all got things we're suffering from. And there's plenty of people that got terrible lives. You know what I'm saying? Or I won't even say that. They have terrible circumstances from which they come. But you can always find something to be grateful for. You can always find something to be grateful for. That's why you got these kids grateful for tire shoes made out of tire rubber, out of plastic. Do you understand what I'm saying? Find something to be grateful for. There's a lot of love out here. There's a lot of gratitude out here if you're willing to grab for it. So anyway, once again, I appreciate everybody who watches these videos. I'm trying to stay consistent, doing one video a week, every weekend. I'm trying to get one video out. I appreciate the people who comment. I appreciate the people who watch. It means the world to me. I'm going to keep going. Somebody going to watch them. Once again, I appreciate you watching. Peace.